I've made fuchsias in the past and I make them usually in white. This is made in number 30 thread and it's for a ring cushion for a wedding. So I'm also making some for my lampshade. So this is one of the ones I've made for the lampshade. I'm going to show you how I made it. I know I've posted a video in the past on how to make this fuchsia, but that was a non-talking version. So I'm going to talk your way through this one. If you look at a real life fuchsia, you would notice that the stem and the calyx are all the same colour. They're not green. So to start, I made a couple of inches of Romanian cord in the same colour as my flower. And now we're going to make the little calyx. So it's this little bit of the flower. And what we need to do for that is to widen it to make a little bulbule. So I turn from the Romanian cord into 4 single crochet. You could start this off in I-cord too if you wanted to. So now I have a top with 4 single crochet on, and now what I'm going to do is connect it, and I'm going to work the other way because I find it easier to work on the outside than on the inside. So now in every single crochet I make 2, so I'll end up with 8 single crochet in the round. And I work my way around, and I'm going to add another 2, so I'll have 10 single crochet in the round, and then I just go round and round. So here you see I've gone from 4 single crochet to 8 to 10, and now I just do several rounds until I have the desired length. So once I've got the desired length, I'm going to have to decrease, and the way I do that is I make as though I'm going to start a single crochet and I pull the thread through, but I don't pull the thread through for a second time. Instead, I also pull a thread through on the second stitch, and then I pull the thread through. So I've gone from 2 stitches to 1, and I do it again. And I do this until I end up with 4 stitches in the round. If you want to, you can fill the little bobule with cotton wool. I've done it in this one, but the cotton wool is showing through, so I'm not too happy about that. So I'm going to avoid it this time, and I'm not going to put anything in there. So now I've got 4 single crochet in the top. I'm going to start on the little petals. So I'm going to start on the 4 little petals, top petals. So there's 4 single crochet in the top, and now I'm going to chain 4 single crochet in the next stitch, chain 4 again, single crochet in the next stitch. So I do that until I have 4 loops of 4 chains. So now I have 4 loops of 4 chains at the top, and I'll start on the first petal. So into the loop I make 4 single crochet, chain 1, turn. In the first single crochet I make 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet in the 2 next stitches and 2 single crochet in the last stitch. So I've gone from 4 single crochet to 6 single crochet. Next row again we're going to increase at both ends, so 2 single crochet in the first stitch, 4 single crochet, two single crochet in the last stitch. So we've gone from 6 to 8. So this is what we've got. Chain 1, turn, and now make a single crochet in each stitch across. So this is just one row of plain, just straight forward 8 single crochet on the 8 stitches below. Chain 1, and now we're going to skip the first stitch and we do 7 single crochet on the row. Chain 1, skip the first stitch and do 6 single crochet, and you carry on in that manner until you've got through all the stitches. So on this row I make 6 single crochet. Chain 1, and now the next row I'll make 5 single crochet, so I skip the first one. And now on this row 4 single crochet. Next row 3, two, and then 1. So now we have that petal done, and what we need to do now is go down the side of the petal with some slip stitches. Space them well close together. Don't skimp, because you don't want the petal to distend or to disform. If you make too few slip stitches, or if they're too tight, it'll pull the petal out of shape. So that's the first petal done, and now into the next loop you start the second petal and work your way round, so you'll have 4 petals in all. So once you've done the 4 petals, you're going to make the inner petals. I'm going to change colour for this one, but you don't have to, you can make it all in one colour. So the first thing I'm going to do is chain 5 in the existing colour, and I attach it to the middle of the first petal. we're going to need that little loop of 5 for the last inner petal. So now I take my second colour and I attach it with a slip stitch where I finished off, so in the middle of the first petal, and I chain 5, and I make a single crochet in the middle of the next petal, and I go round, so I do 5, attach it in the next one, and attach that one to the original one. So I've got 4. So now we're going to make the inner petals, and to do that, chain 1 and make 8 single crochet on the loop. Chain 1, turn and make 2 single crochet in the first and the last stitch and 1 single crochet in the rest. So instead of 8 single crochet you'll have 10. Chain 1 and repeat the last row, so you'll have 12 single crochet on the row. So 2 in the first and in the last, and 1 single crochet in the rest. Once you've done those 3 rows, it's just a question of continuing with the 12 single crochet. In the pattern in the book it says to do 8 rows of 12 single crochet, which is what I did in the lace one, but with number 10 I find that 6 is enough, so in this particular one I'm doing 6 rows. Now 6 rows of 12. So I've done 6 rows. Now I'm going to make slip stitches along the side again, down to the bottom of the petal. Again, make sure you put plenty of slip stitches in and make sure it's not too tight. When you reach the bottom, chain 3 and attach with a single crochet to the middle of the petal. This is so that the petals overlap. So once you've done that, chain 1, make 3 single crochet on the short chain and then make 5 single crochet on the long chain. So if you look, this is what you'll get. And now you do exactly the same as you did for the first petal. So I've done 3 petals and now I've got the last one to do. So to do that, chain 3, attach in the middle of the petal, so then again 3 single crochet on the 3 chain, and now I go to that extra 5 chain I made at the beginning and put 5 on that. And I also attach to the back of the first petal. And so there I've got my 8 stitches to finish the last petal. To make the pistils, I'm using the same colour as the top leaves. Chain 3 and make 4 single crochet in the first chain. What I tend to do then is pull the little tail through together with the thread. So once you've done that, chain 20. So as I said, I add the tail in for a few stitches, so then you can't see where you've cut it off. Then I can cut it off here. So now chain 20. That's 1, and you need to make 6. I've made 6 here. What I do, I tie them all together at the top and then I sew them in.